So, Brooke, entertainment story of the year?
Oh, Black Panther. Easily, or it's like a tie, okay? It's like Black Panther and Beyonce's Coachella performance. I only mentioned Black Panther ahead of time, so I know we're probably only prepared for Black Panther, but I realized that Beyonce, like there was thousands of people who were staying up watching YouTube at 2 a.m. Like that was a big deal.
There's a Wikipedia page about the performance.
Yeah.
Like it's its own Wikipedia entry for Beyonce's performance at Coachella 2018.
And there are all these like rich white young kids in the audience who have no idea what is going on, because she's like full on HBCU like band performance, and they're like,
who's Howard?
Well, right.
Who's this Howard guy?
But so that was a cool moment. But Black Panther, I think that was cool, and I don't even think I realized how cool it was gonna be for me to see like little black boys, and girls, like, you know, having a superhero that looks like them. Not really, I wasn't like a superhero girl. I don't know, shocker, but maybe I would have been.
Yeah.
If, you know?
Did you go to the theater and see it with your African print on, like most?
I didn't, but I went to a screening and Migos and Lil Yachty were at the screening. So it was a fascinating experience.
I've only understood half of the words you said. Okay, but I totally agree with you. Black Panther was a huge moment, and it was a little bit of a sea change. And so for me, I care that minorities are better represented, et cetera. But I also care about logic. And it bothered me to my core at how irrational Hollywood was. I'm like, do you fools want to make money or don't you? So why would you keep serving the same demographic over and over and over again? And did you not notice Tyler Perry's movies doing like billions of dollars in business when he made them for about $12 a piece? Right, like how dense are you?
Sorry.
And so like the stereotypes drive me nuts. So like finally they were like, oh, why don't we do a black superhero? One exists, let's give it a shot. And they're like, oh my God, it broke all the records. Of course it did. Like, look, I don't know that I would have predicted ahead of time that it'd be the #1 movie of all time, but would I have guessed that it would have done really well? Of course I would have. I mean, because it's just like, it's common sense, it's math, it's logic, and it's amazing how much stereotypes hold you back. Yep. Even when you're like desirous of making a lot of money, even then. So, and I remember, look, this is a story I've told before. It's pretty controversial, but I was a writer on a cable show. It was a pilot, and they were trying to pick a host, and the two hosts that they eliminated before they got to the final host. One was black, and they said, well, you know, we want more of a Midwestern look. We're not sure that, you know, that would work in the rest of the country. And I'm like, and I raised my hand, I'm like, you know, the #1 show host on television is Oprah Winfrey.
You also
right?
know,
like that's, I mean, how could you be that irrational?
Most black people in America live in middle America.
Yeah, where Brooke's from, right?
Yes,
right?
really,
and where Jayar's from. Yeah, and so that made, I'm like, how can you be that irrational at the time? Oprah Winfrey is #1 on television. And then in daytime. And then the second host they eliminated, he was #2, came in #2, was Ben Mankiewicz. And they said he had too much of a New York intellectual look. And okay, so that means
he had a New York intellectual profile.
Right, and I was like, I'm like, guys, I raised my hand again. They're like, this guy's a troublemaker, right? And I'm like, #1 show in primetime, Seinfeld. Yeah. Okay, this is a while back. This is when I first came to LA, right? I'm like, how could you say a Jew and a black can't work on television when they're the top shows in daytime and primetime? How mental are you? But it took until the year 2018 for them to go, oh, black superhero.
I mean, and it was such a cool experience. Not only like just, you know, how people reacted to it, how people showed up, and it was a really cool, like, listen, by golly gee whiz, black people are cool. And that doesn't mean other people aren't.
Not when they're saying, by golly gee whiz.
But I'm from Oklahoma, we just talked about that. Thank you, let me live. But it was just a cool, like when, there were just so many things that are so like, just Like when Killmonger walks in and says, "Hey, Auntie," that's hilarious.
Absolutely.
And it was so black.
There's nods to the communities because it's like I was saying with representation and just having like a token minority in your circle just for the sake of it. You have to do it and do it for real. So let a black guy direct it and let black folks write it
Black
and
guy
be a
from
part
Oakland.
of it. Yeah. So when it's portrayed to the audiences, we know when it's authentic because they're like, oh yeah, some white guy wrote that line for a black guy to
And
say.
let Michael B.
that
Jordan
was-
be
that was-
in everything.
That's what Marvel did with the comic books. They were like, we should have a more diverse lineup, so they had more diverse superheroes, but they weren't. They were still having the same white dudes write all the
Absolutely.
comic books, and it wasn't until Ta-Nehisi Coates did Black Panther that it really took off, and they were like,
Okay, last two quick points on that. It's funny. So there's very little Turkish Americans. So we're not in any movies. We're not in any TV shows.
2019
Oz.
is your year.
Yeah, but we kill it on talk shows. Me, Dr. Oz, Richard Bey from back in the day. Okay, so we own talk shows. But so there was a movie that Tina Fey was in, where she goes to Afghanistan. I already forgot its name.
WTF.
WTF.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was faster though.
Yeah, and so they make one joke about being Turkish. They're like, how could like the Taliban or whoever is like, they're like Tina Fey. They're like, how come she doesn't really do anything Muslim? And they go, oh, she's Turkish. And everybody's like, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Okay, and we're like, oh my God, they made a joke about us, and it's true, and we liked it, and we're like, right?
You watch that whole movie for that one moment.
Right. So it feels good. It feels good. That's why people showed up. That's among the reasons why they showed up. Plus, it was a really good movie, right? Absolutely. And so, Jayar, last thing is Black Panther on? Do you have the tattoo yet or no? Because you have all the
he's
superheroes.
back here. Yeah, I had it before, like when the movie.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah, I have.
He has
6 black
tattoos of all the
superheroes.
black superheroes.
Yeah.
And so he was on your tricep.
He's on the back. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, don't try.
Do you wear your arms out? I'm trying.
You never
Maybe
saw
it's-
it?
Tattoos?
Maybe
You need to
just don't
tattoo your
notice.
legs so we can see it.
Hey, did you?
Hey, we've already established the shine is there.
It is.
So Jayar, did you do a behind the scenes explaining all your tattoos for the members?
May have once. I can't remember.
If you didn't do it,
time.
we'll definitely do it. We'll show you all his tats. It's super cool. I don't love tattoos. I think actually Jayar has by far the best tattoos I've ever seen. Like you're the only person I'm pro tattoo on.
tyt.com/jr.
Okay.
The guy over there said it. He just didn't say it the right way.
That's actually not at all what he said. But okay.
There it is.
So we'll put that behind the scenes for the members. So join up any way you like. Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.